Please be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Auntie Kerry Kenton, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country. Auntie Kerry. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to introduce the Deputy Chancellor of Macquarie University, Elizabeth Crouch. Deputy Chancellor.
Thank you, Auntie Kerry, for that very warm welcome to country. Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is my great privilege as Deputy Chancellor of Macquarie University to preside at this very important ceremony today. First, I welcome our graduates. I hope that this will be a very happy and memorable occasion for all of you. You deserve to take pride, great pride in your graduation today. Completing a degree is never easy. You need an intelligent and inquiring mind. You need determination and perseverance. you need to make many sacrifices. But that hard work has paid off, and I congratulate each of you on your achievements. Today, I also especially want to welcome those of you who are sitting beside and behind our graduates as their invited guests, because you've all done well too. The very fact that you are here, the fact that you've been invited by one of our graduates to share one of the great days of their lives is proof positive that you've been an important influence. So, mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, cousins, sons and daughters, grandmothers and grandfathers, friends, husbands, wives, partners, boyfriends, girlfriends, lovers, whoever you are, congratulations and welcome, and thank you for joining us today. I have another important service, however, for you to perform for our newest graduates. I want you to make sure that the degrees they receive today are never ever put in a bottom drawer, but are always proudly displayed in a position of prominence. In other words, if our newest graduates are too modest to proclaim their success, I want you to make sure you do it for them. The ceremony that we're about to participate in is one of the world's oldest social rituals. For centuries, graduates have been donning robes just like the ones our graduates are wearing today and participating in ceremonies just like this one. Indeed, there are some 50 universities in the world that can trace their history back more than 500 years. Macquarie, by comparison, is relatively young, celebrating our 50-year jubilee in 2014. We proudly take our name from Australia's greatest colonial governor, Governor Lachlan Macquarie, a man whose greatness and achievements were never acknowledged by his contemporaries, but only by history. We learned at school that Macquarie was a great builder, but I believe that his greatest legacy had nothing to do with bricks and mortar. Instead, it lies with his vision for Australia as an egalitarian society, firmly instilling the notion of a fair go for all. And it is that legacy that we here at Macquarie strive to maintain and honour. And in our first 50 years, we've come a long way. And we can now proudly claim an extended Macquarie family of 167,000 graduates living across 142 countries. From the outset, we defied traditional boundaries of academia, pioneering and continuing to pioneer learning and teaching approaches that challenge conventional thinking and practice. We encouraged our students to play a major role in their own learning, empowering them to guide what and how they learn. We pioneered new forms of research. Our framework for the future, world-leading research with world-changing impact, is brought to life by renowned researchers and offers bold and innovative solutions to global issues, providing real enhancements to the world we live in. Such approaches to learning and teaching and to research are the reasons why Macquarie is one of the top-ranked universities in the world. But we've also made significant investments in new facilities to support our forward-looking agenda. On your way here today, you may have seen our Macquarie University Hospital, the first of its kind on a university campus in Australia. The hospital forms part of a very exciting medical enterprise which will be Australia's first fully integrated academic health sciences centre under a university leadership. Other outstanding facilities include the Australian Hearing Hub, a world-leading institute dedicated to hearing and language sciences, cutting-edge science labs, a state-of-the-art media centre, and a newly launched simulation hub for teaching and research. We understand the importance of investing in quality facilities that, in addition to our open spaces, give all staff and students the freedom to think and grow. So it's clear we're forward-looking and we're on the move. Here at Macquarie, we have a clear and straightforward mission, and that mission is to transform and improve people's lives, not just of our own students, but also of people all around the globe, by the work and achievements of our graduates and by the fruit of our research. We want Macquarie to always be a leader in teaching and learning and a leader in the accumulation of knowledge and understanding. In other words, an ideal community of scholars. And in just a few minutes, it will be my very great honour to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of Macquarie University's alumni. It is now my great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Dr. Gregory Korczak. Gregory Korczak is a Professor of Rehabilitation Medicine from the University of Alberta, located in Edmonton in Canada. He began his academic career as a microbiologist and then acquired his Doctor of Chiropractic degree, which he used to practice for 15 years before beginning a research career with a PhD in bioengineering. In 2004, Gregory was recruited to the University of Alberta as the first Canada Research Chair in spinal function. He and his team recently published the first MRI movie images of what happens inside joints when they pop or crack. Yes, a lot of us had that experience, I know. They also discovered that those who respond to spinal manipulation experience changes in 3 unique biomarkers. For this work, he was named Researcher of the Year by the American Chiropractic Association this year in Washington, DC. Dr. Korczak is here at Macquarie as a visiting professor, and we're very pleased to have him. And he's collaborating with our Department of Chiropractic to install new technology as part of an international multi-centre trial on the role of spinal stiffness in lower back pain. It is now with great pleasure that I invite Dr. Korczak to deliver our occasional address. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Korczak.
Deputy Vice-Chancellors, members of the faculty, staff, distinguished guests, graduates, family, and friends, welcome everyone. And thank you for this wonderful invitation to give the occasional speech at your graduation ceremony today. And while it is an enormous honor, I have to say it did come as a bit of a surprise. As you may have gathered from my introduction and my accent, I'm not Australian. I'm Canadian, and I will be careful to speak slowly, because although we share a common language as members of the Commonwealth, it can be a little difficult at times to understand each other. My invitation to speak here today was one of those challenging times, because the invitation came from a good colleague at the Department of Chiropractic who asked if during my visiting professorship would I consider giving the occasional speech. And I said yes without hesitation, because in Canada, occasional means every now and then. Such as, I'd be happy to give an occasional speech sometime during my stay here. Well, I started to suspect that my Canadian interpretation of occasional might not be correct, as right off the bat, my colleagues seemed surprised I was so casual in agreeing to the occasional speech. And then sometime after accepting the invitation, I definitely recognized something was amiss when I started to receive emails asking if I'd bring my academic regalia, if I would have a proper haircut. And the big tip-off was that this was not an occasional speech, but the occasional speech. I was offered free parking. Now I knew something was going on, because there is not a single university in the world that offers free parking ever. So in the few minutes that I have today, and now being educated that in Australia, occasional is a noun, not an adjective, let's make the most of this truly grand occasion. And how better to do so than by recognizing the important milestones that we're celebrating here with you today. First, let's celebrate the milestone of what you've accomplished, a tremendous volume of work that has given you the honor of being recognized on this special day. Not only have you accomplished a great deal, it was not without personal struggle and perhaps some adversity. And now, in a few short moments, you will see the results of that struggle. This storied institution will provide you with an academic degree, something that cannot be bought or traded or sold, but can only be earned. And you've done just that. A second milestone we are here to celebrate today is that you now join a new family of peers that have gone before you and have done the same. And I know those in your new family will welcome you as alumni with open arms and their hearts swelling with pride. But be prepared to answer questions from your old family why, with all your education, you still can't fix mom and dad's computer. Now, and perhaps more seriously though, I would like to point your attention to 2 future milestones. And clearly your thoughts are on the future today. Things such as employment to come, relationships to rekindle, and perhaps even more education. But beyond the mechanics of what happens next, the appointments, the meetings, the registrations, the licenses, and the sleeping in, I'd like to emphasize that these 2 milestones that I will speak of cannot be put on your CV and cannot be mentioned in a job interview. For these are not milestones of your career, they're milestones of your humanity. The first milestone, the future milestone of your humanity, is that you now know some things to be true. And while it might sound elitist, you must now recognize that you are some of the few people in the world who are trained to think critically, to synthesize information, and come to an understanding of the motto of my university, the University of Alberta, whatsoever things are true. And that skill to be able to devise and discern the truth gives you a responsibility to speak the truth to others. And to be certain, there are times when you will wield this truth like the sword that it is. In a day and age when we have people, governments, and whole societies who surround themselves with what they prefer to believe, when a presidential candidate in the United States takes up more press time in my country than my own prime minister, no matter how handsome and progressive he is, it is vital that you use your training to promote and extol integrity of thought. But let me counsel you on this. Although there are times when you will boldly exact the truth, there are also times when you should be gentle with your knowledge, knowing when to guide someone towards the truth versus pushing their head into a bucket of truth, which is never a good idea. This is perhaps one of the most important aspects of emotional intelligence that you will acquire in the years ahead. And I would be remiss if I did not comment that when advocating for the truth with the people in your life, many of whom are here today, as explained by my loved ones, and now I quote from my lovely and perceptive wife Janet, who is here today, being an expert in a university topic does not give you permission to comment, teach, and correct everyone else in your life about the things you are not expert in, Greg. You of course, can substitute your own name into that phrase. And finally, in addition to promoting the truth, the second milestone in your future humanity is that now you have an obligation that you have not done this alone, and to recognize as such. Clearly, you've had the support of parents, siblings, professors, instructors, friends, and bank managers. But there is a group of people who are not here to thank, and they will never be here to thank. These people are the vast majority around the world who will never experience, let alone dream, what you have done today. And what is it that you've done? You have luxuriated in relative safety and comfort and wealth, only to be allowed to think, and to think freely, to challenge yourself, to expand your mind, rather than needing to have time to find food, fresh water, or a place to hide. Perhaps the greatest thing you can recognize today, that is not what you've achieved here over the last number of years, and in this regard, your topic of interest is actually irrelevant. What the most important thing perhaps is the privilege that you've been given that bestows on you a great responsibility to repay this debt. To not just take all you can from a developed society like Australia and then move on with your careers, but to give back and not simply give back to relatively wealthy communities by being a volunteer soccer coach. We need soccer coaches. But let me be blunt. In a time when we need to improve global sustainability through our dietary, transportation, and consumer choices, we need to give back directly and significantly to those people who are on the negative side of this educational balance sheet. So graduates, the question now falls to you, how? How will you balance this inequity from which each one of you has benefited? As you might have guessed, there is no single answer to this question. Finding that answer is the start of a personal journey that begins for you today. A journey that may take you through your profession, your passions, or by raising funds. A journey that will uniquely be yours, as is the one that brought you here today. And now, graduates, I'll leave you with one final thought. Regardless of how you decide to repay this debt, remember this from our time together today. Do not rely on the Canadian definition of occasional to repay those less fortunate friends, doing so infrequently or every now and then. Instead, embrace the robust and proper Australian meaning of the noun and make your contribution to those who will never have an education truly occasional. Make your contribution be as significant for someone less fortunate as today's graduation events have been for you. Graduates, enjoy everything about today with all the vigor and excitement that graduation day deserves. Celebrate, laugh, love, hug, and take selfies until your memory runs out. And although I can't tell you how to begin your journey of repayment, here is one small tip. Start by thanking those with you here today, those who helped you along the way. Hug your parents and friends and whoever thanked you and helped you along the way. Shake the hand of your professors who taught you. Say thank you to the university of staff who supported you. And then, as the day comes to a close, let my occasional words whisper in your ear about bigger thanks to be given in the days and months and years to come. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think you will agree that was a truly inspirational occasional address. The words of wisdom around the great gift of education and the great responsibility to use that wisely. Please join me again in thanking Dr. Gregory Korchak for a wonderful address. As Deputy Chancellor of Macquarie University, I especially look forward to presiding at ceremonies such as today's and conferring degrees and diplomas on those who have complied with the university's requirements for such awards. But before I do so, apparently if I award a degree to you and you're not supposed to have one, I actually can't take it off you. So I've got to ask you a couple of questions. Did you go to every lecture? Did you submit every assignment? Did you turn up to everything on time? Are you nodding? You are. All right, well, I might believe you, but just in case, I'm going to call on Kim Guerin, who is our acting registrar, to formally certify that you've done all those things and to confirm your eligibility for the requirements for your degrees. Kim.
Deputy Chancellor, I certify that all of the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees and diplomas they are to be awarded. Would all the candidates for admission to degrees or diplomas please stand?
In the name of the Macquarie University Council and by my authority as Deputy Chancellor, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees and diplomas for which you have qualified. Congratulations, graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving them a round of applause.
Please be seated. Deputy Chancellor, the graduates of this ceremony are from the Faculty of Science and Engineering. This faculty teaches courses and conducts research about people and our physical environment. It is home to a number of internationally recognised research centres. It has close links with industry and is building firm future partnerships, especially with companies located close by at Macquarie Park. The faculty includes research and study areas in biological sciences, chemistry and biomolecular sciences, chiropractic, computing, earth and planetary sciences, environmental and geography, mathematics, physics and astronomy, engineering and statistics. Deputy Chancellor, I now call on Professor Barbara Meslier, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Science and Engineering, to present the graduates. Professor Meslier.
Deputy Chancellor, I present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Science Engineering whom you have admitted to degrees. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Advanced Science. Michael Cowled. Caitlin Skye Davis. Stephanie Sabina Nagy. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Chiropractic Science. Sanguk An. Andrew Al Haig. Natalie Inez Moen Balhald. Bridget Anne-Marie Batten. Cale Tyler Beggs. Alana Barakachia. Disha Bhuta. Jake Robert Bradshaw. Peter Chi. Marcus Daniel Shidiat. Isaac Ju Diong Chui. Dirk Crawford. Samuel Crean. Jessica Duong. Antoine Farker. Tristan Fu. Ellie Hachem. Min Yi He. Michael Swinburne Hobbs. Danielle Lynette Hover. Ricardo Jones. Kiara Karayanis. Terry Ann Kairuz. Natalie Francesca Comet. Justina Coulter. Mackenzie Coolin. Justin Lagutsa. Glenn Lahane. Kelvin Ka Wang Leung. Joyce Kwan Hui Lo. Kevin Liu. Catherine Hope Macquarie. Joshua Dean Mitchell. Lauren Mogg. Priscilla Ing. Elise Lauren Nikotra. Crystal Elizabeth Noor. Ho Yin Orr. Georgia Elizabeth Orr. Time Oskoze. Nicholas Paras. Kayung Up Park. Rebecca Ann Parker. Adrian William Peacock. David Russo. Jessica Sidon. Michael Graham Streeter. Konstantinos Stilianou. Lung Soon. Chantal Sequoia Templeton. Nathaniel Brian Thorpe. Ching Ing Tian. Mark Daniel Ramos Velascuza. Siami Wan Jalani. Scott Philip Williams. Anika Young. Peter Zayden. Stephen Zamagias. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Environment, Bradley Graves. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science, Edwina Buckle. Megan Cook. Rhiannon Ebony Deschamps. Brendan John Evans. Anthony Mitchell Finn. Benjamin Alexander Ford. Matche Forst. Joel Robert Hardwick. David Hickle. Damaris Jong. Lachlan Edward McBride. Emily Rachel McCracken. Benjamin James Peacock. Sharodi Shabnam. Remy Sandra Shergill. Dominic Caesar Silvira. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Biotechnology with a Master of Commerce. Dinora Yvonne Gamero Garcia. Ruby Jamire. Peter Petkovich. Pramita Ranjit. Milan Shrestha. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Biotechnology, Sri Manasa Dantuluri. Hussain Abdullah Salih. Ashish Shrestha. Hannah Jane Sudul. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Chiropractic, Bilal Adhami. Ruby Ainsworth. Okay. James Adam Bancroft. Lucy Claire Bartlett. Jared Kane Bianchi. Joseph Bitar. Nancy Bitar. Ashley Broad. Yongjun Bu. Andrew Callister. Daniel Anthony Camilleri. Andrea Louise Carroll. Christopher Luke Cattell. Darren Chung. Yeah. Yes. Grant Robert Columbo. John Contos. Anne Elizabeth Costin. Sam Elliott Cousins. Todd Michael Daniels. Michael Robert Darton. Andrew Peter Darth Weston. Marquez de Sabsi. Jonathan Lloyd Dracy. Juliana Wendy Ellis. Gabrielle Faulkner. Shay Charlie Famularo. Esther Ellen Finn. Samuel Stephen Fitzgibbons. Thomas James Foster. Martin Frutiger. Pearlie Fung. Amber Marie Glanville. Jing Kai Alvin Go. Peter Jessica Gormley. George High. Thomas Ham. Mark Edward Hamer. Kate Louise Hayter. Bo Kai David Huang. Woody Mitchell Hulst. Nenad Jalaka. Ji Gang Jin. Richard Can. Don Kim. Lawrence Kim. Brendan Henry King. Benjamin David Claridge. Rachel Elizabeth Krolik. Amanda Bjorgen Langard. Nicholas Andrew Lalive. Scott Aidan Leabeater. Jessica Louise Lever. Patrick William Lind. Angus Stewart McIntyre. Zarko Mikulic. Dana Michelle Moore. Samantha Marie Morley. Jessica Sophie Annabelle Nash. Rebecca Elizabeth Jane Nash. Belinda Nguyen. Tina Nguyen. Balraj Singh Ugra. Lucia Papagiorgio. Sophie Claire Parrish. Michelle Louise Parsons. Bryce Sydney Thomas Peters. Rebecca Jane Player. Julian Policina. Jasmine Ramal. Jacinda Reed. Christy Lee Roberts. Peter Marie Rowlands. Stephanie Sapa. Kirsten Skole. Jessica Cito Reguera. Stephen Anthony Sharp. Mohammed Shiab. Chi Chung Brian Sin. Atil Singh. Gabby Smith. Itamar Steigrad. Nicola Sari Stewart. Alexander Trepea. Jenny Trong. Simon Paul Bella. Jacqueline Kate Wallace. Shane Weinberg. Luke White. James Wilacharoon Pat. Trevor Wong. Ji Chushun Wong. Melanie Marie Sabrigas. Xu Zhang. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Research and the University Medal for Chemistry and Biomolecular Science, Benjamin Luke Hansen, for a thesis entitled Synthesis and Analysis of Zingerone analogues as fruit fly attractants. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Research, Yusuf Abu Hashem, for a thesis entitled The Application of 3D Printing in Anatomy Education. Benjamin Brown, for a thesis entitled Investigating Protein Kinase CK2 Inhibition in BRAF colon cancer. Nathan John Camilleri, for a thesis entitled Mediating the Liquid Chromatography Wall Effects Using Diamagnetic Repulsion. Emily Sue Yin Gibson, for a thesis entitled Cell-Free Biocatalytic Modules Mediated by a Solid Binding Peptide. Dominique Yves Logel, for a thesis entitled LSM Proteins as Ring Tectons. Regina Elizabeth Mayer, for a thesis entitled Structural Determination, Identification and Removal of Bioliquor Organic Poisons. Ivan de Jesus Salazar Estrada, for a thesis entitled Molecular Tools for Probing Signaling Networks of the EGFR Protein Kinase. Jackson J. Waring, for a thesis entitled A Phenotype Analysis of the Effect of Spinal Manipulative Therapy and Pulmonary Rehabilitation in Chronic Obstructive Pulmonary Disease. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Soumya Gopichandran, for a thesis entitled Protein-Protein Interactions, a Structural Bioinformatics Approach. Dr. Mohammed Mominul Haque for a thesis entitled Development and Characterization of Electropolymerized Polypyrrole and Polypyrrole-Reduced Graphene Oxide Composite Films as a Potential Treatment Method for Azo Dyes. Dr. Jashanpreet Kaur for a thesis entitled Biological Studies into Scedosporium aurantiaceum, an opportunistic pathogen colonising human lungs. Dr. Francesca Manea for a thesis entitled Engineering Synthetic LSM Rings for Applications in Nanotechnology. Dr. Catherine Wong-Trakul Kish for a thesis entitled Glycobiology of Adipose-Derived Stem Differentiation. Dr. Yuya Gao for a thesis entitled Origin of A-type granites in East China, Evidence from HFO lithium isotopes. Deputy Chancellor, that completes this morning's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Science and Engineering.
Deputy Chancellor, I call on Ms Stephanie Naj, who is graduating today a Bachelor of Advanced Science, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Ms Naj.
Good morning, Deputy Chancellor, distinguished members of the University, proud family, friends, and fellow graduates. I would like to begin this address by thanking the University for the great honour it is to be the voice of the graduating class of 2015. When I was first asked to reflect on my time at university, I was astonished by how much has changed since I first stepped foot on Macquarie grounds in 2013. To exemplify this change, I will now confess that I never planned to study a degree in chemistry. Yet, upon a chance encounter with a renowned analytical chemist in these very grad halls on enrolment day, I was persuaded to take first-year chemistry. I battled this decision at first, and out of concern, I admitted I didn't think I was smart enough. But I was simply told, of course you are, and that was it. It didn't seem like much back then, but if it wasn't for those few short words of confidence that I could do a subject I had no confidence in, I would have not discovered my passion for chemistry, nor would I be graduating with a Bachelor of Advanced Science and presenting this address today. This achievement is only one story shared amongst the many thousands here today, which is the result of the talented academic staff employed by this institution. They had supported us, believed in us, and have pushed us to achieve the very best we could. So on behalf of the graduating class of 2015, thank you for your expertise and passion for your field, for inspiring us, challenging us, and for your never-ending patience and support to allow us to accomplish the degrees we are holding today. But Macquarie University life was not always about the study. It was also about meeting many diverse and intellectual individuals throughout our lectures, tutorials, and labs that had made a major impact on our time here. The university is unique in that it fosters a student culture that is kind, caring, diverse, intelligent, but most importantly, supportive of each other and each other's achievements. So to my fellow graduates, Thank you for embracing this student culture. It has made studying such an intensive degree over the years so enjoyable. However, completing a science degree is not always easy, but it's not meant to be easy. We had to endure long contact hours, countless assignments, tests, and long and sometimes laborious lab classes on topics that sometimes seem so complicated and foreign to us. This stress can sometimes become overwhelming, so to our family and friends, I want to sincerely thank you for standing by our sides throughout all the ups and downs throughout our degrees. We couldn't have done it without your support. Lastly, to my fellow graduates, believe in yourself, work hard, and never give up. If we do this, I strongly believe we all have a bright and limitless future. I say this because what we have achieved today is not easily accomplished. It required hard work, persistence, an acquisitive mind, critical thinking, and intellect. And these attributes are what ultimately achieved your degree today. So as a fellow graduate, I want to sincerely congratulate you on achieving this milestone. It wasn't easy, but it was worthwhile, and we finally made it. Thank you, and all the best.
Thank you, Stephanie, for that very heartfelt speech on behalf of our graduates, and also for reminding us that universities are places about discovering our hidden talents. So I'm very pleased you ran into the renowned chemist, and very pleased that you've studied here with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me again in thanking Stephanie for her work. Ladies and gentlemen, we just mentioned a few moments ago that we keep discovering people of hidden talents, and I'm pleased to say that Hedda Paisley, who delivered that wonderful performance, is one of our own here at Macquarie. So please join me in thanking her for that performance. Please also join me in thanking our musicians, trumpeter Bruce Helmus, and our organist, Dr. James Forsyth. I would would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank the representatives also from our alumni community who help us here at these graduation ceremonies day in and day out. Please join me in thanking them for their generous time and support. As part of this graduation ceremony, we honour a staff member from the Faculty of Science and Engineering who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's citation for outstanding contribution to student learning in 2015. I would now like to call upon Professor John Simons, Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic, to read the citation. Professor Simons.
Deputy Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to invite Associate Professor Melanie Bishop to stand. Associate Professor Melanie Bishop is the 2015 winner of the Vice-Chancellor's Citation for Outstanding Contribution to Student Learning, for leadership in implementing active learning approaches in the sciences that enhance student engagement by developing a lecture-less flipped classroom unit. Melanie has replaced traditional lecture-based teaching with an innovative student-focused flipped classroom. This transformation has seen Melanie becoming a curator and synthesizer of information that students initially access through self-directed learning. The heart of her teaching are interactive tutorials that are moderated by Melanie, during which the students analyse and synthesise the online material. Melanie's teaching has a deep scholarly basis that aims to inspire students by creating a research-led and flexible learning environment. Melanie's teaching engages students as partners in learning with exceptional success. In developing the first lectureless and fully flipped unit in biological science, and perhaps in the whole Faculty of Science Engineering, Melanie has driven change across the department and faculty, and indeed across the university. She has assisted and encouraged others to adopt active learning approaches that integrate digital technologies by producing videos on a flipped classroom experience that have been disseminated widely through YouTube, by giving presentations to her department, faculty and to the university, and by sharing her teaching materials across the university nationally and internationally. Deputy Chancellor, I present to you a truly worthy recipient of a Vice-Chancellor's citation for outstanding contribution to student learning, Associate Professor Melanie Bishop from the Department of Biological Sciences.
Congratulations again, Melanie, on that well received and I think well deserved award. So let's give Melanie another round of applause. Graduates, this ceremony marks the end of one stage of your relationship with Macquarie University, but it is certainly not the end of your association with us. From today on and for the rest of your lives, you are part of our bigger Macquarie family, our alumni, and part of a network of more than 167,000 graduates spanning the globe. We'll keep in touch with you through our Alumni Relations Office and hope that you will come back here to attend functions, to undertake more study, as I know some of you are, or simply to visit our beautiful campus. Graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I urge you to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and inquiry, to set ambitious goals for yourselves and to continue the hard work that has already brought you so far. I challenge you to continue to exercise sound judgment and initiative and to always be generous in offering practical advice and wisdom to those you meet on life's journey. My hope is that as graduates of Macquarie University, you will use what you have learned not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of the whole community. Believe it or not, each and every one of you can change the world, and you don't have to be a Nobel Prize winner to do it. Because in almost everything you do, in your homes, in your workplaces, and in your communities, all of these things matter and can make a difference. The consequences of every effort, every action, large and small, can reverberate throughout society, through the decades, indeed through the centuries. Even something as simple as a kind word or gesture can often be the spark that ignites a great life, a great career, or a great achievement. And in all you do, I ask you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. I hope that you also always remember the people who have helped you along the way, many of whom are here with you to celebrate today. So to acknowledge their contribution and to thank them for it, I'm going to ask you to do a couple of things. First, I'd like all of you, our newest graduates, to please stand. Now, if you place your testamers on the seats behind you, turn around and face your family and friends and give them a mighty round of applause. Now you can turn around, but don't sit down. I've got one more job for you to do. Here on the dais are representatives of our academic staff, many of whom have helped you with your journey. So please join me in thanking them. Now you can be seated now, but only for a minute or so. Shortly, I'll lead the official party out, and it will be my very great honour to invite our newest graduates and their family and friends to join us for a celebration overlooking the lake. But before I do so, I'd like to wish you the very best for your futures and conclude with the words of an old Irish blessing. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Thank you.
The official party will now leave the graduation hall through the centre aisle and be followed by the graduates. Would you please stand and remain standing until all the last of the graduates have processed out? Thank you.